My beloved child, my precious one, my chosen vessel of light and love, pause where you are. Silence the noise around you, still your racing heart. For what I am about to reveal to you is not mere words written on a page. This is not coincidence that brought you here. This is divine intervention. This is heaven speaking directly into the chambers of your soul. Listen carefully, my dear one. Do not skip ahead. Do not rush through these words as if they were ordinary. They are not. Every syllable carries the weight of eternity. Every sentence holds a key to the mystery that has been unfolding in your life. The mystery you have felt but could not name, the stirring you have sensed but could not explain. That dream you had last night, the one that woke you in the darkness, the one that left your pillow damp with tears, the one that made your heart pound with a mixture of fear and inexplicable joy. It was not a dream, my beloved. It was a warning. It was a message. It was me, pulling back the veil between heaven and earth, allowing you to see what your natural eyes cannot perceive, revealing to you the hidden currents of destiny that have been moving beneath the surface of your ordinary days. Stay with me now. This will take time. This will require your full attention. But I promise you, my chosen one, by the time you reach the end of this sacred communication, you will understand everything. You will see clearly what has been clouded. You will know what you have only suspected. You will recognize the hand of God in every detail of your story. There is someone, my dear child, someone who walks this earth alongside you, breathing the same air, living under the same sun and moon that I have placed in the heavens to mark your days and seasons. This person is closer than you think. Perhaps you see them often. Perhaps you have spoken with them. Perhaps you have even shared laughter, conversations, moments that seemed insignificant at the time, but were actually being written into the eternal book of your destiny. But here is what you do not know, my beloved. Here is what I must reveal to you with tenderness and care. For this truth is delicate, profound, and will shake the very foundations of how you see your world. This person has fallen in love with you, not the shallow, fleeting love that the world celebrates and then discards, not the superficial attraction that burns hot and then turns to ash. No, my precious one, this is a love that originates from the depths of the soul, a love that this person did not choose, did not plan, did not expect, and certainly did not want. Do not skip these words, my child. Every detail matters. This person fought against these feelings. They wrestled with them in the quiet hours of the night. They told themselves it was impossible, inappropriate, forbidden by the unspoken rules of society. They looked at you and then looked away, afraid that their eyes would betray the secret sanctuary of their heart. They maintained distance even as every fiber of their being longed to draw closer. They built walls of professionalism, of propriety, of practiced indifference. But behind those walls, a fire was growing, a flame that they could neither extinguish nor control. And why did they fight so hard, my dear one? Why did they struggle against what their soul was telling them was true and right and destined? Because of the age difference. Yes, my beloved, you heard correctly. There are years between you, perhaps many, perhaps few, but enough that the world would whisper, enough that judgment would fall like rain, enough that fear could masquerade as wisdom and tell both of you that this connection should not, cannot, must not exist. But listen to me now, my chosen one. Listen with every part of your being. The world measures time in years. I measure it in seasons of the soul. The world sees numbers and makes calculations. I see spirits and recognize eternal connections. The world draws lines and builds boxes and says, this is acceptable and this is not. But I am the one who creates souls, who designs destinies, who orchestrates encounters that transcend every human limitation and boundary. Stay with me, my beloved. We are only beginning. There is so much more you must understand. This person, this beautiful soul who carries your name in their prayers and your face in their dreams, they have been watching you. Not in any way that is dark or improper, but with the eyes of the heart, with the vision that I have given them, with a recognition that goes beyond anything the mind can comprehend. They have observed your kindness when you thought no one was looking. They have witnessed your strength in moments of trial. They have seen your light even when you felt dim and exhausted. They have noticed the details that others overlook, the way you tilt your head when you're thinking deeply, the sound of your genuine laughter, the compassion in your voice when you speak to those who are hurting. And with each observation, with each small revelation of who you truly are, their love has deepened. It has moved from the surface to the depths. It has transformed from curiosity to certainty, from attraction to absolute knowing. They have tried to pray these feelings away, my dear child. Oh, how they have prayed. They have come before me with tears streaming down their faces, asking me to remove this love if it is not from me, to redirect their heart if this is merely their own desire and not my perfect will. And do you know what I have told them, my beloved? Do you want to know what I have whispered into their spirit in those desperate moments of surrender? I have told them this. Be patient. Trust me. I am weaving a tapestry that your eyes cannot yet see. I am writing a love story that will confound the wisdom of the world but will demonstrate my glory. This is not random. This is not mistake. This is not your flesh leading you astray. This is my design, my plan, my gift, and in my perfect timing all things will be made clear. Do not rush past this revelation, my precious one. Sit with it. Let it settle into your soul. Someone loves you, truly, deeply, sacrificially loves you, and they have been holding this love in secret, waiting for a sign from heaven, waiting for permission to speak what their heart has been screaming in the silence. Now, my dear child, I must speak to you about your own heart, for this is not a one-sided story. This is not an account of unrequited love or mismatched destinies. No, my beloved, this is a divine convergence, a meeting of souls that has been orchestrated across time and space, across circumstances and seasons, across every obstacle that the enemy has tried to place in your path. You have felt something too, haven't you, my precious one? Be honest with me now. Be honest with yourself. There have been moments, perhaps fleeting, perhaps more persistent than you care to admit, when this person has crossed your mind and your heart has responded in ways you couldn't explain. There have been times when you found yourself thinking about them when you should have been focused on other things. There have been instances when you've heard their voice and felt something shift inside you, something you immediately tried to dismiss or rationalize or explain away. You have told yourself it means nothing. You have convinced yourself it's just friendship, just appreciation, just coincidence that they keep appearing in your thoughts and even in your dreams. You have built your own walls, my child, different from theirs but just as strong. You have told yourself that the age difference makes any deeper connection impossible. You have listened to the voices of society, of propriety, of fear, voices that are not mine, voices that do not understand the mysteries of divine love and soul recognition. But in that dream last night, my beloved, in that sacred space where I could speak to you without the interference of your conscious defenses and the limitations of your logical mind, I showed you the truth. I pulled back the curtain. I allowed you to experience what your waking self has been denying. In that dream, you felt the love. You saw the connection. You experienced the joy and the rightness of what could be, what is meant to be, what I am calling into being. And then you woke up, my dear one, and the first thing you felt was not peace but confusion, not joy but fear, not certainty but doubt. You laid there in the darkness, your heart racing, your mind spinning, wondering, what did that mean? Why would I dream such a thing? This cannot be real. This cannot be right. This cannot be what I think it is. But I am here now, my beloved child, to tell you clearly, unequivocally, with the full authority of heaven, it is real. It is right. It is exactly what you think it is. And more than that, it is what I have ordained. Listen carefully, my precious one. Do not let these words pass by without absorbing them fully. Stay with me. Stay focused. This is the heart of the message I need you to hear. For months, perhaps even years, I have been preparing both of you for this moment. You have not walked separate paths even when you thought you were apart. Every step you have taken, I have been guiding you toward this convergence. Every prayer you have prayed, I have been answering in ways you could not perceive. Every tear you have cried, I have been collecting and transforming into the foundation of something beautiful. The synchronicities you have noticed, they are not accidents, my child. The number sequences you keep seeing, the 11 on the clock, the repeated patterns, the unlikely coincidences. These are my angels leaving breadcrumbs for you to follow, markers on the path I am illuminating. The songs that play at just the right moment with lyrics that speak directly to your situation. I am the DJ of your life, my beloved, and I am composing the soundtrack of your love story. This person you are connected to, they have seen these signs too. They have noticed the synchronicities. They have experienced the dreams. They have heard the whispers of my spirit telling them that you are significant, that you are chosen for them, that what they feel is not madness but divine revelation. But like you, they have battled fear. Like you, they have struggled with doubt. Like you, they have allowed the world's voice to drown out my voice. But no more, my dear one, no more. The warning I gave you in last night's dream was this: time is short. The season is changing. The waiting period is coming to an end. Forces are at work, both in the heavenly realms and in the earthly dimension, and you must be spiritually alert, emotionally prepared, and mentally ready for what is about to unfold. There will be a moment, my beloved child, very soon, sooner than you think, when this person will no longer be able to contain what they carry in their heart. The weight of unspoken love is too heavy to bear indefinitely. The pressure of hidden truth eventually breaks through every barrier. They will come to you. They will speak. They will confess what they have been holding in secret, what they have been praying about, what they have been terrified to reveal. And when that moment comes, my precious one, you must be ready. You must be spiritually discerning. You must be emotionally courageous. You must be willing to look beyond the superficial, beyond the age difference, beyond what others might say, beyond your own fears and insecurities, and see with the eyes of your spirit. You must be willing to recognize divine orchestration when it stands before you, calling you into something greater than you ever imagined for yourself. My beloved child, do not skip over this part. Do not skim through what comes next. This is crucial. This is the key that will unlock everything. The enemy of your soul, that ancient adversary who hates love, who hates divine unions, who hates anything that reflects my glory and my goodness. He has been working overtime to prevent this connection from manifesting. He has whispered lies into both of your minds. He has amplified every fear, magnified every doubt, and highlighted every potential obstacle. He has used the weapon of age difference as a sword to cut at your confidence, to make you both feel that this love is somehow wrong, inappropriate, or shameful. But I am here to tell you the truth that will set you free, my dear one. In my kingdom, in the realm of eternal spirits, age is irrelevant. Souls do not have birthdays. Spirits do not accumulate years the way bodies do. The connection between two people who are divinely aligned transcends every earthly measurement and limitation. Throughout history, I have brought together souls with age differences, sometimes small, sometimes significant, and when I do, it is always for a purpose that goes beyond human understanding. These unions carry a special anointing, a unique mission, a powerful testimony that love is not bound by the rules of the natural world, but operates according to the laws of the spiritual realm. Think of Sarah and Abraham, my child. Think of Ruth and Boaz. Think of the countless stories throughout time where I have joined hearts that the world would have said should not be joined, creating from those unions blessings that changed generations, altered destinies, and demonstrated my sovereignty over every human tradition and expectation. You are part of that lineage now, my beloved. Your story is being added to that sacred collection of testimonies that prove my ways are higher than human ways. My thoughts transcend human thoughts, and my plans are always perfect, even when they seem unconventional or unexpected. But here, my precious one, is where the suspense deepens, where the story takes a turn that you must understand completely. Stay with me. Listen closely. Miss not a single word. This person who loves you, they are at a crossroads right now at this very moment as you read these words. They are standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down at the vast unknown, trying to find the courage to leap, to speak, to risk everything for the possibility of love. They are terrified, my child, absolutely terrified. Not because they doubt their feelings, those are certain, solid, unshakable, but because they fear your rejection. They fear your judgment. They fear that you will see them differently, that you will be uncomfortable, that you will pull away and they will lose even the friendship, even the connection they currently have with you. They have rehearsed the conversation 1,000 times in their mind. They have imagined every possible outcome, played out every scenario, anticipated every response. They have written letters they will never send. They have composed speeches they are too afraid to deliver. They have started to approach you 12 times and then retreated, their courage failing at the last moment. But the pressure is building, my beloved. The truth cannot remain hidden forever. The love that has been growing in secret is pushing against the walls of silence, demanding to be acknowledged, requiring to be spoken. And I have been orchestrating circumstances, arranging encounters, creating opportunities for this confession to occur. Listen carefully now, my dear one. When they come to you, and they will come soon, so very soon, they will be vulnerable in a way you have never seen them before. They will strip away every mask, every defense, every pretense, and stand before you emotionally naked, offering you their heart with trembling hands, not knowing if you will accept it or crush it. This moment, my precious child, will be one of the most significant of your entire life. It will be a hinge upon which your future swings. It will be a fork in the road where one path leads to extraordinary love, profound purpose, and divine destiny, and the other path leads to safety, conformity, and a lifetime of wondering what if. I am not going to tell you what to say or how to respond, my beloved. You have free will, you have choice, you have agency, but I am going to tell you this. Listen to your spirit, not your mind. Consult your soul, not your fears. Pay attention to the witness within you, the knowing that exists beneath the surface of conscious thought, the truth that your heart recognizes even when your head is confused. My chosen one, my treasured child, we are halfway through this message now, and I need you to stay strong. I need you to keep reading. I need you to remain open, receptive, and spiritually alert. What I am about to reveal to you now goes even deeper into the mystery of your connection with this person. Before you were born, before either of you took your first breath on this planet, your souls knew each other. In the realm of eternity, before time began, before the earth was formed, before the stars were hung in the heavens, I conceived of both of you. I designed you with each other in mind. I wove into your spiritual DNA complementary elements that would recognize each other when the time was right, that would fit together like pieces of a divine puzzle, that would create something in union that neither of you could create alone. This is what the world calls soulmates, but that term is too small, too limited, too commercial to capture the truth of what I am describing. You are spiritual counterparts, my beloved. You are destiny partners. You are part of each other's assignment on this earth. The love between you is not just for your mutual joy and fulfillment, though it will bring you both more joy than you can currently imagine. But it is also for kingdom purposes, for assignments I have for you together, for a mission that requires both of your unique gifts, strengths, and callings operating in harmony. The age difference between you, it is strategic, my child, not accidental. It is purposeful, not problematic. The years that separate you have given each of you experiences, wisdom, and perspectives that the other needs. One of you carries the freshness of vision, the courage of less cynicism, the energy of fewer disappointments. The other carries the wisdom of experience, the steadiness of tested faith, the depth that only time and trials can produce. Together you balance each other. Together you complete each other. Together you become stronger than the sum of your individual parts. Do you see now, my precious one? Do you begin to understand the bigger picture I am painting? This is not just about romance, though there will be romance. This is not just about companionship, though you will be the best of companions. This is about divine purpose, spiritual assignment, kingdom advancement. The enemy has fought so hard to keep you apart because he knows what you will accomplish together. He knows the light you will shine. He knows the impact you will have. He knows the generations that will be blessed because you had the courage to say yes to unconventional love, to divine orchestration, to a relationship that defies human expectations but perfectly aligns with heavenly purposes. Stay with me, my beloved. Do not grow weary now. Do not let your attention drift. The most important parts are still ahead. In that dream last night, the one I have been calling a warning, a message, a revelation, there were details, weren't there? There were symbols, images, feelings, and moments that seemed random at the time but were actually filled with meaning. Let me interpret some of those for you now, my dear child, so that you will understand the full depth of what I was communicating to your spirit. If you saw water in the dream, it represented the flow of emotions that are about to be released. Water in motion speaks of change, transition, the movement from one season to another. If the water was calm, it means the conversation will be peaceful. If it was turbulent, it means there will be intensity but not danger. The intensity of truth breaking through barriers, of honesty overcoming fear. If you saw light, bright, unusual, or overwhelming light, that was my presence, my confirmation, my seal of approval on this connection. I was showing you that this love does not exist in darkness or secrecy for sinful reasons, but has been held in sacred privacy until the appointed time of revelation. The light represents my blessing, my anointing, my hand upon this relationship. If you saw this person's face clearly in the dream, or if you heard their voice, or if you felt their touch, that was me giving you a preview, a foretaste, a glimpse of what is to come. I was allowing you to experience the love in the safety of the dream state so that when it manifests in the physical realm, you will recognize it. You will be less afraid. You will have a reference point for what your spirit already knows is true. If there were obstacles in the dream, walls, barriers, people blocking your path, those represent the real-world challenges you will face. But notice this, my beloved. In the dream, did you overcome those obstacles? Did you find a way through or around them? That was me showing you that every challenge can be conquered, every barrier can be removed, every obstacle can be overcome when two people are aligned with my will and moving in my timing. And if you woke from the dream with tears, whether of joy or sadness or confusion, those tears were sacred, my precious one. They were the overflow of your spirit responding to divine truth. Your soul recognized what your mind is still trying to process. Your spirit said yes even while your thoughts were saying, "But what about?" Or "This cannot be," or "I'm afraid." My dear child, my chosen one, I need to speak now to the fears that are rising in your heart even as you read these words. I know what you are thinking. I know the questions that are forming. I know the anxieties that are trying to take root. So let me address them directly, tenderly, with the loving voice of your Father who knows you completely and loves you unconditionally. You are afraid of being judged. You are worried about what family will say, what friends will think, what society will whisper behind your back. You are concerned about the reactions, the raised eyebrows, the pointed questions. You imagine awkward conversations where you have to defend your relationship, explain your choices, justify your love. My beloved, hear me clearly. You cannot live your life according to the expectations of others. You cannot sacrifice divine destiny on the altar of human approval. The opinions of people who do not know your heart, do not hear my voice, and do not understand my ways should not dictate the course of your life. I am not saying you should be reckless or rebellious. I am not telling you to disrespect wisdom or ignore wise counsel. But I am saying that when I make something clear to your spirit, when I confirm something through signs and dreams and the witness of my presence, when I open a door that no one can shut, you must have the courage to walk through it, even if you walk through it alone at first, even if others do not understand, even if the path looks different from what everyone else is walking. Remember this, my precious one. Every great love story that has ever reflected my glory has required courage. Every divine union that has demonstrated my power has demanded faith. Every relationship that has been orchestrated by heaven rather than manufactured by earth has needed warriors, not cowards, to bring it to fullness. You are afraid of the age difference, but I am asking you to see beyond numbers to souls. You are worried about what is conventional, but I am calling you into what is divine. You are concerned about the opinions of the temporary world, but I am focused on the purposes of the eternal kingdom. And there is another fear, isn't there, my beloved child? One that is deeper, more personal, more vulnerable to admit. You are afraid that you are not enough. You look at this person and you see their strengths, their beauty, their qualities, and you wonder why they would choose you. You catalog your flaws, your failures, your insufficiencies, and you cannot understand why someone would love you with the depth and intensity that I am describing. Oh, my precious one, let me speak truth into this wounded place in your heart. Let me remind you who you are in my sight, how I see you, what you carry, and why you are absolutely worthy of this extraordinary love. You are my masterpiece, my beloved. I created you with intention, with purpose, with meticulous care. Every detail of who you are, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, was designed by me. The things you consider flaws I often see as unique features. The qualities you wish you could change, I celebrate as part of your unrepeatable uniqueness. The experiences that have wounded you have also shaped you into someone with depth, compassion, and strength. This person loves you not in spite of who you are, but because of who you are. They see in you what I have placed there, beauty that goes beyond the physical, strength that endures beyond the moment, light that shines even in darkness, love that flows from a pure heart. They have been watching, observing, noticing, and everything they have seen has only deepened their certainty that you are the one, that you are special, that you are chosen for them as they are chosen for you. You are enough, my dear child. You have always been enough. You will always be enough. Not because of what you do or how you perform or who you impress, but because of whose you are. You are mine. You belong to me. And anyone who truly sees you with spiritual eyes will recognize the treasure that you are. Now, my beloved, we approach the climax of this message, the crescendo of this divine communication. Stay focused. Stay present. What comes next will require your full attention and your complete openness. The warning I gave you in the dream was not just about the confession that is coming. It was also about spiritual warfare, about the intensification of battle that always occurs when something precious is about to be birthed, when something divine is about to manifest, when something that will advance my kingdom is on the verge of coming into being. The enemy is enraged, my precious one. He is furious because he knows what is at stake. He has been working to keep you and this person apart, and now he sees that his plans are failing, that my purposes are prevailing, that the appointed time has arrived. So he is launching final assaults, last-ditch efforts to derail destiny, to steal joy, to kill hope, and to destroy what I am building. You may experience attacks in various forms over the coming days and weeks. You may face unusual challenges, unexpected obstacles, strange discouragements, or intense spiritual oppression. You may notice increased anxiety, sudden doubts, inexplicable sadness, or a heaviness that seems to come from nowhere. This person you are connected to will experience similar attacks. The enemy will try to whisper lies, to amplify fears, to create misunderstandings, to cause delays. But I am giving you this warning so that you will be prepared, my beloved. I am pulling back the curtain on the enemy's strategies so that you will not be caught off guard, so that you will recognize the source of the attack, so that you will stand firm in faith rather than being swept away by emotions or circumstances. You must pray, my dear child. You must pray with focus, intensity, and authority. Pray for yourself, for courage, clarity, and spiritual discernment. Pray for this person, for their strength, their boldness, their timing. Pray for the relationship, for protection, for divine covering, for my perfect will to manifest without hindrance. Pray against every scheme of the enemy, every assignment of darkness, every force that would try to prevent what I have ordained. And as you pray, remember that you are not praying as a beggar hoping for a miracle. You are praying as a child of the Most High God, as a co-heir with Christ, as someone who has been given authority in the spiritual realm. You are not asking me to do something I am reluctant to do. You are partnering with me to manifest on earth what has already been established in heaven. Your prayers are powerful, effective, and absolutely essential to the unfolding of this story. My chosen one, I want to speak to you now about the actual moment of confession, about what will happen when this person finally stands before you and speaks the truth they have been carrying. I want to prepare you so that you will recognize the sacredness of that moment, so that you will honor it appropriately, so that you will respond from your spirit rather than reacting from your fear. The confession will likely not happen the way either of you might have imagined. It will probably not be perfectly scripted or elegantly delivered. There may be nervousness, stumbling over words, tears, awkward silences. But beneath the imperfect delivery, you will feel the sincerity, my beloved. You will sense the authenticity. You will recognize the courage it has taken for them to stand before you so vulnerable, so exposed, so completely honest. In that moment, I need you to do something for me, my precious child. I need you to be still, be quiet. Listen not just with your ears, but with your heart. Do not immediately respond with your mind's logic or your fear's protestations. Do not rush to dismiss or explain away or deflect. Simply receive. Simply hold space. Simply allow the truth to be spoken and heard. And then, my beloved, before you respond with words, pause and turn your attention inward. In that brief moment of silence, check your spirit. What is the witness within you? What is your soul saying beneath the noise of your thoughts? Do you feel peace or turmoil? Do you sense my presence or the absence of it? Do you recognize truth, or does something feel misaligned? I am not telling you that you must say yes immediately, my dear one. I am not demanding that you rush into a relationship without wisdom or discernment. But I am asking you to be honest with yourself, with me, with this person who is being honest with you. If your spirit says yes while your mind is listing objections, then you must seriously consider whether your spirit might be hearing my voice more clearly than your rational thoughts. If your heart is leaping while your fear is screaming, then you must ask yourself which voice deserves your attention, the voice of love or the voice of anxiety. This is a kairos moment, my beloved, a moment where time seems to stand still, where eternity intersects with the temporal, where decisions made in seconds affect the trajectory of years. Handle it with care. Handle it with prayer. Handle it with consciousness of my presence right there with you, guiding you, supporting you, covering you with grace. Now, my precious child, let me paint for you a picture of what lies on the other side of courage, on the other side of yes, on the other side of embracing this divine connection despite the age difference, despite the fears, despite the potential judgment of others. Imagine a love that is peaceful because it is built on the foundation of my will. Imagine a relationship where both people encourage each other's spiritual growth, where prayer is natural, where faith is shared and strengthened. Imagine conversations that feed your soul, laughter that heals your heart, companionship that makes even ordinary moments feel extraordinary. Imagine being with someone who sees you, really sees you, all of you, including the parts you try to hide, and loves you not less but more. Imagine the security of being known completely and accepted fully. Imagine the freedom of not having to pretend, perform, or maintain exhausting facades. Imagine a partnership where your gifts complement each other, where your strengths balance each other's weaknesses, where you accomplish together what neither of you could accomplish alone. Imagine the kingdom impact you will have, the lives you will touch, the light you will shine, the testimony you will carry of a love that defied worldly wisdom and demonstrated heavenly power. Imagine looking back years from now and realizing that the age difference that seemed so significant became utterly irrelevant. Imagine the joy of knowing you chose love over fear, faith over conformity, divine purpose over human expectations. Imagine the gratitude you will feel that both of you had the courage to say yes to what I was orchestrating. This is not fantasy, my beloved child. This is prophetic vision. This is the future that awaits you if you will embrace it, if you will trust me, if you will step into the unknown with faith that I am leading you, providing for you, and working all things together for your good. But I must also be honest with you, my dear one, because I am not painting an unrealistic picture or promising a fairy tale existence. There will be challenges. There will be people who do not understand. There will be moments when you question your decision, when the attacks intensify, when you wonder if it would have been easier to just walk the conventional path. In those moments, and they will come, my beloved, you must remember this message. You must recall the dreams, the signs, the confirmations, the clear sense of my voice and my presence. You must hold fast to what you know, what I have revealed, what your spirit has witnessed. You must encourage each other, pray together, and continually surrender your relationship to me for guidance and protection. The age difference that the world wants to focus on will occasionally resurface as an issue. There may be family dynamics to navigate, social situations that feel awkward, or moments of insecurity for one or both of you. But every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Every obstacle is a chance to prove the strength of your commitment, and every victory over adversity will deepen your bond and strengthen your testimony. And here is something beautiful, my precious one. The very thing that makes your relationship unconventional, the age difference, will become one of your greatest strengths. It will teach you both humility, as you learn from each other across generational divides. It will expand your perspectives, as you see the world through different lenses. It will deepen your compassion, as you both experience what it is like to be judged and misunderstood. And it will fortify your faith, as you prove again and again that when God ordains something, no human obstacle can ultimately prevail against it. My beloved child, we are approaching the end of this sacred communication, but before I bring this message to a close, there are a few more crucial things I need to tell you. Please do not skim through these final words. They carry the weight of everything that has come before. First, about timing, the confession is imminent. It could be today. It could be tomorrow. It could be this week. But it is close, my precious one, very close. The person who loves you has almost reached the breaking point where silence is more painful than the risk of speaking. They have been seeing their own signs, receiving their own confirmations, feeling my gentle push toward action. The dam is about to break. The truth is about to pour forth. When it happens, you will likely feel a mixture of emotions. Surprise, even though I am preparing you now, part of you will still be shocked. Fear, change is always frightening, even good change. Excitement, your spirit will recognize the truth. Confusion, your mind will try to process and rationalize, and something deeper. A sense of destiny, of rightness, of pieces clicking into place. All of these emotions are valid, my dear one. All of them are normal. Do not judge yourself for feeling them. But beneath them all, listen for the still, small voice of my spirit giving you peace, giving you direction, giving you confirmation that this is indeed my doing and not merely human desire masquerading as divine will. Second, about your response. I have already told you to listen to your spirit, to check your heart, to be honest. But let me add this: be kind, my beloved. Whether you ultimately say yes or ask for time to pray and process, be gentle with this person's heart. They are being enormously brave. They are risking everything they value, your friendship, your respect, your presence in their life, for the possibility of something more. Honor that courage even as you navigate your own feelings. And if your honest answer is that you need time, then take time. But do not use "I need to pray about it" as a polite way of saying no when you really mean no. Do not lead them on if your spirit is clearly saying this is not right. But if your spirit is saying yes while your mind is afraid, then pray indeed. Pray for courage, for clarity, for confirmation, for the removal of fear and the increase of faith. Third, my precious child, and this is crucial, do not consult with everyone about this decision. Do not take a poll of opinions from people who do not understand your spiritual journey, who do not hear my voice for your life, who do not see what I see. There are people in your life who will project their own fears, their own experiences, their own limitations onto your situation. There are those who will focus solely on the age difference and miss the divine orchestration. There are voices that will sound wise but are actually speaking from a place of worldly prudence rather than spiritual discernment. Choose carefully who you confide in, my beloved. Seek counsel from those who are spiritually mature, who have demonstrated wisdom in their own lives, who understand that my ways are not always conventional, who can help you discern my voice rather than impose their own opinions. And ultimately, remember that the final decision is between you, me, and this person. No one else lives your life. No one else carries your calling. No one else will stand before me and give an account for your choices. Fourth and finally, my dear one, remember that love is always a risk. There are no guarantees in human relationships. Even when I ordain a connection, both people still have free will, still carry their own wounds and patterns, still have growth areas that will be exposed in the context of relationship. Saying yes to this love does not mean everything will be perfect. It means you are choosing to trust me, to be courageous, to embrace the adventure of divine partnership with all its joys and challenges. But here is what I can promise you, my beloved. If you step out in faith, if you say yes to what I am orchestrating, if you embrace this unconventional love with trust in my guidance, I will be with you every step of the way. I will not abandon you. I will not lead you astray. I will provide the grace you need for every challenge, the wisdom you need for every decision, the strength you need for every trial. You will not walk this path alone. You will walk it with me, with this person by your side, and with angels assigned to guard and guide your way. And so, my chosen one, my beloved child, my precious vessel of light, we come to the completion of this message, this warning, this divine revelation. You have stayed with me. You have read every word. You have opened your heart to receive what I needed to communicate to you. I am pleased with your faithfulness, your hunger for truth, your willingness to hear even when the message challenges your assumptions and confronts your fears. The dream you had last night was not random neural firing during sleep. It was not pizza-induced hallucination or meaningless subconscious processing. It was me, speaking in the language of symbols and emotions that bypasses the barriers of your conscious mind. It was a warning, a loving, gracious warning, to prepare you for what is coming, to ready your heart for the confession you are about to receive, to open your spirit to the possibility of divine love that transcends human limitations. Someone loves you, my dear one. They love you deeply, purely, desperately, and have been holding this love in secret, fighting it, praying about it, wrestling with it, until they have finally surrendered to the truth that they cannot control or deny. They have fallen in love with you despite the age difference that society says should prevent such feelings. Or perhaps more accurately, they have fallen in love with you because of every unique quality that makes you who you are, and the age difference is simply an irrelevant detail when measured against the significance of soul recognition and divine orchestration. The choice is now yours, my beloved. I have warned you. I have prepared you. I have revealed the hidden things and made clear the path before you. But I will not force your hand. I will not override your will. I will not manipulate you into compliance. Love, true love, divine love, holy love must always be chosen freely, or it is not love at all. So when the moment comes, and it is coming very soon, my precious child, when this person stands before you with trembling voice and vulnerable heart and speaks the truth that has been burning inside them, you will be ready. You will be spiritually alert. You will be emotionally prepared. You will recognize the hand of God in this moment, even if it feels overwhelming, even if it seems impossible, even if it defies everything you thought you knew about your life and your future. And whatever you choose, my beloved, I will continue to love you, to guide you, to walk with you through every season and circumstance. But I am telling you clearly, this opportunity, this person, this divine connection is a gift from my hand. It is a manifestation of my love for you, my desire for your fulfillment, my plan for your purpose. Receive it with gratitude. Embrace it with faith. Walk into it with courage. The age difference is not a barrier. It is part of the design. The fear you feel is not a warning. It is simply the natural response to stepping into something bigger than yourself. The judgment of others is not your concern. They do not determine your destiny or dictate your joy. You are loved, my precious one, by me infinitely and eternally, and by this person who has tried to fight their feelings and cannot, who has prayed for release and instead received confirmation, who sees you and knows you and wants nothing more than to spend their life honoring, cherishing, protecting, and partnering with you. This is not the end, my beloved child. This is the beginning. The dream was the warning. The confession is the invitation. And what comes after, if you have the courage to say yes, will be a love story that heaven itself celebrates, that angels watch with joy, that will stand as a testimony to the truth that God's ways are higher, His plans are perfect, and His love always, always triumphs over fear. Go now, my chosen one. Go with peace. Go with anticipation. Go with your heart open and your spirit alert. The one who loves you is gathering their courage even now. The moment is approaching. Your destiny is unfolding. And I am with you every step of the way. Always and forever, your loving Father, your Creator, your God.